Very good morning.
Thanks for joining the call. Could you please share your screen
Yeah, sure.
and open PPT and walk me through? Over to you, Monica.
Yeah, sure. Can you able to see my screen all?
Yes, I am able to see your screen.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, this is my PPT, and in this section, I'm going to explain the following topics. Uh, First one is modules, importing data into the modules, and module print view settings, sum and lookup functions, and examples of sum and lookup functions, and functional areas. And the next topic is, and these are the subtopics which I am going to explain today. First one is what is module, how to create a module, what is grid view and blueprint view, system module and how to create a system module, time function, how to copy a module, data input methods, and what is copy down and copy across, what is sum function and lookup function, and what is meant by functional areas. So let us discuss these topics briefly. The first topic is module. The modules are the key components of an Anaplan. Modules are the combination of different dimensions. We can simply say that modules are the multi-dimensional homes for the data. The data is displayed in grid format, similar to the spreadsheet, but there is a difference between spreadsheets and modules. That is simply the modules only hold more than two dimensions. Here we can build a module with dimensions such as time, versions, and list. Modules work together to form a model. And we have different modules like a data module, system module, calculation modules. These work together to get a output module. This is about the module. The next topic is how to create a module. And these are the steps we have here to create a module. First, we have to select the modules in the model setting bar. And next, we have to select the insert module and we have to give the module name. And we have to type the line items which we are needed in the module. And then we have to click OK. Now, just see practically how to create a module by using a workspace. Now, I'm going to workspace. The models the model setting bar. I'm clicking on modules, clicking the modules bar, and here we have to click insert module, and then giving the module name here as an example module. And we can take the any dimensions here. I'm taking the dimension as 0 and region page, and I'm giving the line items here. As of now, I'm giving the line item as line 1. Line 2. I have gave the line items here. Now we have to click on it. Okay. So we have created a module here, and this is the way how to create a module. Next. The next topic is module grid view. In the previous topic, we have created a module. Uh, Module is viewed in two ways, like blueprint view and grid view. And this is the first one is grid view. The grid view is the default view of the module. Grid view initially displays the data in the layout created on a new module screen. The layout can be changed the later. The grid view shows the dimensions, list, and line items which are included in the module are shown as the page selector. Here we can see this is the page selector, columns, and rows. Now let's discuss practically how these page selectors, columns, and rows are shown in the module. So here we can see um, these are the rows, like line item 1, these line items are called as rows, and this is the columns of grid view. In grid view, we cannot edit anything, and here this is the page selector. You can select here anything, and simply we can say as grid view is the default view of the module. This is about the model grid view. The next one is model blueprint view. You can simply say the model blueprint view of a module gives model builders, like we can say that you can see the behind scenes in the module. The blueprint view is where model builders can add formulas to perform calculations in line items or update the format of line items. You can view the formulas in the blueprint view, and with the formulas you can calculate in the module. And the blueprint view is also where model builders can adjust the dimensions like list times and versions that apply to the module or to specific line items. So now practically, let's see how the blueprint view and what we can do in the blueprint view of a module. So this is the icon of blueprint view. On clicking this, it shows in the blue color format. So here we can enter anything, like we can enter the formulas and we can do the format for the line items. Just clicking on the here, you can choose any format by clicking on drop down. You have the options. From this drop down, you can select any option. Now I'm taking the date as a format. Okay, okay, and here you can choose the date. Here I'm entering the formula. Here we can see all the months for the start date is present model calendar, which we have set, which we have uh, selected in the model setting tab. And next for next line item, clicking on the drop down, these are the options which are available here. Uh, we are selecting Boolean for okay. Going to the grid view, you can see Boolean format for this line item too. The next format is number. Number we can use like percentage, like currency, and other. We can select anything from these options. If I click on the percentage, there's my place, selecting as well. Here for line item 3, this the format has came like the percentage format. Next one is time period. You can select anything from here like month or quarter or half year or year. Here I'm giving month. Time period as month. For this, you can see here from drop down, you can choose any month from this. The next one is list. Here I have created some list in this model. From this list, from the drop down, we can select any list. Here now I'm selecting the list as G1 region. The next one is text. Here we have three options here: general, link, and email. You can take the list as general. You can type it general in the sense you can manually type the text here, or else you can copy the link, or from the email also you can copy the data. So, okay. The line item 6. I give the text here. I'm giving the 20. Okay. Like this, we can manually text. We can give the numbers. Next one is no data. We select the no data. We cannot enter anything in the line item. It doesn't take anything. I'm trying to give the numbers here, but it doesn't take. Because we have gave the format as line item. The next is formulas. Here we have gave the formula for the first line item. And by giving the formulas, it directly takes. We have given the start date here for all the line, all the cells. It is populated as a start date as. The next is summary. For the number and for boolean, the summary method will be default. For the number, the summary method will be sum, and for others, for the boolean, it will be none. And we have summary methods here, but if you want this, you can select anything from the drop down, like none, minimum value of the data, maximum value of the data, and from the first non-blank, these are the options which are available in the summary method. And also, we have the time summary. If we want to set as a time summary, same as the main summary, or otherwise, we can also have these are the options which we can select from the time summary. Okay. The next one is applies to. Here I have said, for this module, I have taken the dimension as G1 region, so that here it is populated as G1 region. Otherwise, from clicking on dropdown, you can take the list from this. So if you want to apply the list, you can click on OK. Then the list will be applied to the line items. The next one is time scale. In the time scale, we have the options like month, day, or year. Anything we can select from here as per the requirement of the organization. You click on OK, that will be applicable for the line items. This is about the time scale. The time ranges. Here, present, I don't added any time ranges here. So it is only the model calendar is available. You can separately view the time ranges for every module. So if we want to change the time ranges for each and every module, we have to go to the time ranges bar and we have to view the time range for that. Here we don't have any option. So model calendar. Okay, it will be applicable to the line items. Next versions. For every model, we have the two default versions like actual and forecast. Here not applicable and all versions. Here we didn't give any versions to this module. So we are choosing the not applicable module. The style. Style we can choose the font size. Like these are the options available here: normal, heading 1, heading 2, heading 3. Anything we can set as a style format. The next one is cell count. And for this module, the total cell count is 696. If you want to see the cell count for each and every line item, uh, here the cell count is available for the line 1 108 and for the line 2 108. This is the cell count. Here we can check the cell count. And next one is notes. In notes, we can write the notes like what we have used for creating a line item, or else what we have used the dimensions for the module. So we can keep the notes. We can write the notes for each and every line item or for a module. This is about the notes. This is about the blueprint view of the module. The next topic is, and these are the topics which we have covered in blueprint view settings. Like format, we have covered formulas, summary methods, applies to column, time scale, version, style, cell count, and notes. The next is system module. System module serves as the foundation for a model. The system module should be used to hold data that may be needed or referenced by other modules or line items in the model. Mm, The most important thing is system modules are often used for time settings, hierarchy details and attributes, and mapping dimensions into lists or modules. And by using the system modules, we can give the filters for the module and we can use as a user list and clearing or deleting items from a list. This is about the system module. The next topic is time functions. Here we can use time functions to enable time-related calculations such as the retrieve data from different time periods. Time functions are divided in two categories. First one is time series function and non-time series function. The time series function here we can use the line items as arguments for these functions. The source and the target line items must use the same time range. And these are the examples of time series functions like lag, lead, moving sum, offset, and post. We can briefly discuss this in further presentation. And the next one is non-time series function. You can read the data from line items that use different time ranges. Example, you can add months, date, and months to date. These are the examples of non-time series function. The next topic is creating a time system module. And this is the example of system module. First, we have to select modules under model setting bar. Under module screen, we have to click insert. And here we have to give the module name. And the time dimension is added to the columns of the module by default. And these are the line items we have to add for the system module. And let's see the practically how to create the system module. So I'm copying this line items. In this, by going to the model setting bar, in the model setting bar, we have to click on modules and modules and to click on insert module. Here I'm giving this module name as this zero time settings. Time will be default dimension which is added for the module. You should not remove that. Here in line items, I'm copying and pasting the line items here. I'm clicking OK. This is here we have created the system module and this is the way how to we create the system module. And here I'm giving the formulas for the system module by going to the blueprint view. This is the first day of month. So I'm giving the formula as start. Here it doesn't take because I didn't change the format. So going to the on the format. Here I'm changing the format method to date. Click OK. And the last day of month should also be the date. Current period. The period should be in the format of Boolean. So going to the format, I'm selecting the period. The current period started should be in the format of date. In the date. The rest line item should be in the format of Boolean. So we have added the format for the every line item. Now I'm using the formulas for every line item. Format, start date, enter. For the last day of month, I'm giving the formula as end date. For the current period, and period start. The current period start. Then period. This is the formula for current period start, now for actual period. Now, for the forecast period, this is the formula for forecast period. The start, the first day of month should be greater than or equal to current period start. The for forecast months only, and this is the formula for forecast months only also. So I'm copying this. Pasting there. Here we gave the start date. So for first day of month, every a month has populated with the first day of month, and the last day of month, every month has populated with the last day of month. Here I gave the current period. Current period start equal to start date. And here gave the format as Boolean. So it is populated in the format of Boolean, and the current period start is equal to first day of month. Here it is populated with the first day of month for every month. And the actual period is less than current period start. So it is true. This, this is about the system module uh, time setting module. So we have practically seen about the time setting module. The next topic is how to copy a module. First, we have to select module from the model setting bar and select module which we want to copy, and then we have to select then we have to click on copy, and we have to give the name for the module. We have to type the name for a module, and if you want to include saved views in the copy module, then you have to select include all views or select default view which excludes saved views, and next we have to select the include cell data in the module copy to include all cell data in the copy, and then you have to select them. Clear, then you have to click on OK. That's practically how to copy a module. So going to the workspace, and so clicking on module. Here I'm selecting a module which I want to copy. Here I selected the example module, and then clicking on copy. This is a pop-up box. Here you have to, if you want to change the module name, you can change. As of now, I'm keeping the module example module copy. Here we have two options. If it is a default view only, or else if we include all views, we can click on this and include cell data in module copy. If you want any functional area, then you can add the functional area. As of now, I didn't created any functional area for this. I'm clicking on OK. This is the copy of module. This is the example module, and this is the copy of module. In case if I change anything in the example module, this is 20 for the line item 6. So I'm changing 25. The copy module, it doesn't change. So this is about how to copy a module. The next one is data import methods. We have several methods to import data in the module, in the Anaplan model. And the import methods are you can import data manually. And the next one is Anaplan Connect and extract, transform, load connectors, and REST API. Here at present we use the manual method to import the data. The manual method, the file should be in the format of like .txt or .csv. And this is the way how we import the data. And let's see practically how we import the data by using the manual method. I'm clicking on model setting bar, module, insert a new module. I'm taking the new module here. I'm giving the name as vol volumes module. For the pages, I'm taking the dimension as G1, the time, and the line items. Volumes. Okay. Here I have created the module. Now let's see how to import the data manually. So clicking on data, from the drop down you have different options, and I'm clicking on importer. From this, I have the file related to the volumes. I'm selecting the file volume inputs.csv. For the line item, return to the module. Just deleting it because I have to add one more dimension to this. Okay. Insert module. Then I'm trying to creating a new module. I'm giving the name as volumes module. Now I'm taking the dimensions as G2 products, G3 location, the line item as volumes. So now I'm importing the data manually, clicking on import, selecting it now. Here time can be shown as a column header. So mapping the time as column header. The P2 products, P2 products is product code, and the G3 location, the G3 location as location code, and the volumes, module line items. Line items are marked as a fixed line item. Select time, period, and time is in the format of by year and month. Okay. Let us see everything is mapped correctly or not. P2 products is mapped correctly, and the G3 location is mapped correctly. Here you have to select the volumes from the drop down. Now I'm clicking on the RAM input. The data has imported correctly without any failures and ignores. This is the way how we create the module, how we import the data manually in the module. The next topic is copy down and copy across. So let us see manually how we copy down and copy across. So for this, I'm adding the new line items here. For this, going to the blueprint view. Plus, I'm adding new line items for this, like volume 1, volume 2, volume 3. Now I'm clicking on OK. These are the line items I have added here. Now just I'm copying this manually and giving the number. and I'm selecting the text format and clicking on OK. Here I have to add the line items after the volumes. So I'm trying the copy down and copy across for the different modules. I'm selecting the example module for this. Okay. Giving the number, and by selecting this cell, by click on the copy across, the 26 will be copied for every month. This is how we copy across. Again, going to the blueprint view. Here, no data. I'm changing this as text. Okay. The blueprint view. Again, I'm selecting the 26, and here I'm clicking on the copy down icon. So here I have the 26 number has populated in the line item 7. This is how we copy down. This is practically how we copy data across and how we copy the data down. The next topic is sum function. The sum aggregation function sums values in a result module based on mapping from a source module. For example, you can use a sum function to sum revenue across several product categories, and the syntax for sum is volumes to sum and bracket open and sum colon mapping the sum colon mapping to. And this is the syntax of sum function. The sum function returns a numeric result. The line item that contains the sum function must be dimensioned by all dimensions used for the mapping argument. And let's see practically for the example of sum function. And here the use cases as a merchandise analyst, a factory that committed to buying 1,000 sweaters now needs the size breakout. So to start our analysis, we will sum product sales by size by using this product, and we have to create the list and we have to create the module. So let us see practically for the example of sum function. And by going to the workspace, going to the model setting bar and clicking modules. Sorry, first we have to create the general list items. I'm clicking on general list. Here I'm inserting the list items. First list is product, and the next one is size. Here we have to select where we want to place the before or after. I'm selecting the end. Okay. And I'm adding the top level for the product and size. All products, all sizes. Now I'm adding the items for the product list. Okay. Selecting the product. Here I have to click on insert. Here I'm giving the products in the product list as nuts, nuts, fudge, and these are the products which I've added. Okay. The next list is size. So I'm adding the size list as size 1 and size 2. Okay. We're going to the grid view and these are the ports for this as S1 and S2. And also I just want to add the ports for products also. Going to the grid view. Here I'm going to give the ports as C1, M1, Office, O1. Now by using these two lists, we are going to create a module. Clicking on the modules tab, insert module. You have to give the name for the module. So I'm giving the module name as 002 products. And I'm removing the time dimension. So I have selected the products. I'm removing the dimension as product. And I have to add the line items. Here the line items I'm adding product and size. So this is the module which we have created, and then we have to add the format for this. For the product, here I'm adding the format as list, and from the list, product, or okay. Okay. And for the next line item, also I'm giving the format as list, from the list, selecting the size, and okay. So here I'm using the formula to get the product. So formula minus item, application, product, that is this. Okay. So for size, by using the drop down, I'm giving the size. For purge and store, I'm giving the size here. And we need to create another module for this. Insert module. I'm creating another module as product sales. I'm removing the time dimension from here. And I'm taking the dimension as products because it's a product sales and the line item as sales. So the format is in the form of number. I also format as number. So manually I'm giving the sales for each product as 100, 200, 300, and 400. The next module we want to create is 5 sales. Then I'm removing the time dimension. I'm adding the dimension as size and the line item as sales. Now, here the module has created. The format should be in the form of number. This is in the form of number. And by using these two modules which we have created earlier, we have to get the output for the size sales. So here for this. in the format, I go into the product sales, I'm selecting the sales, and make it open, from colon. Because here in the product field, we have the sales details. So that's where we have taken the product field. Also from this 00. We want size sales. So from this, I'm selecting the size, closing the bracket, going to the target module, clicking on click on. So this is the way how we use the sum function, and this is the example for the sum function. Here we have got the values because we have used for the products. Here we gave the size one for both two products for the chocolates and nuts, and size two for two products, fudge and soap. And these are the values for sales. Right? Here we got the sales, size sales. And this is about the sum function, some example function. The next topic is lookup function. So here we use the lookup function to look up the values in the source module or list and display the values in the target module. And the syntax for the lookup function is values to lookup and bracket open lookup and mapping and lookup and mapping to. The lookup function returns the result of the same data type of the source argument or the source module. And the practical example of the lookup function. The use case is the SVP of store operation wants to provide top-down guidance to the district managers on what her expectations are to the company's stores growth for next year. And here we have to use the source module and to get the result in the target module. We have to create the lists and modules to get the output module. So let us see practically how we create the lookup function. Next, we have to create the list first. I'm going to the general list and here I'm inserting the list names, region, and stores. So where we want to place the list. So I'm selecting as an list. Clicking on OK. This is how we create the list. Giving the top level as all regions. Okay. And for stores, all stores. Okay. I'm selecting the region and opening the list. I'm adding the regions for the region list. That's region 1, region, okay. Next the stores. Insert. Here I'm adding the stores. Store 1, store 2, store 3, store. So going to the grid view. Here I'm giving the code manually as yes1, yes. Same I'm giving the codes manually for the region list. Go into the grid view. Here I'm adding the code R1, R2. So now by using these two lists, we have to create the module. Okay. Insert module. Giving the module name as 6003 source. Giving the time dimension. Giving the dimension as source. Here I'm adding the line items as store. We want the details about store and region, so we are adding the line items as store. region. So we have created the module. So now by going to the blueprint view, I'm adding the format for these line items. For store, I'm giving the format as this, from list to okay. And for the next line item, which I'm giving the format as list, on the list, which going to the grid view, I'm giving the format to get the product in stores here, item, packet by stores. Here is center. So we got the store. And manually I'm giving the region for every store. For store 1 as region 1, and also for store 2, region 1, and for store 3 as region 2, and also for store 4, region 2. I'm going to create another module, insert module. Here going to use the name as region percentage. Removing the same time dimension from here, adding the dimension as region, doing the line item as percentage increase. So we have created the module. So manually I'm giving the percentage increase. So first of all, we have to change the format. So here I'm giving the percentage. So I'm clicking on percentage in decimal places, clicking one decimal place. Okay. It's 5%. Here is 3%. So in all regions we are getting the total. So this is the wrong one. By going to the blueprint, we have to change the summary method because the percentages will not get added. It's not a number. It's the percentage. We are going to the summary method and changing the summary method now. So the sum is not shown. We are creating another module for the store. So this module name I'm giving as a store percentage. And the time dimension from here. Um, Doing the dimension as stores. Here I'm doing the line item as percentage increase. So then I'm changing the format number and percentage here. Decimal, decimal place. Same as summary method. The percentage is summary method should be now. Now to get the values in the store percentage for percentage increase, I'm going to add the lookup formula and the lookup function in the region percentage increase, target open, lookup here and the stores in the region, target views, going to the target module, So we got the values for store percentage. By using the two target two source modules, we have got the output for the target. And this is the way how we use the lookup function. Just going to the next topic, pivot. The pivot enables you to move the dimensions like list, line items, time, or versions between the rows and columns or display them as space selectors. There are two types of data source like module view and custom view, and we can only pivot for the custom views. So let us see how to change the pivot. In case here I have the example module by clicking on the this. I want to change the list from changing the pivot. So the list has changed. Like store one, store two, you have. Again, if you want to change it in the previous format, go to the previous format. This is the way how we change the pivot. The next one is how to create the functional areas. Workspace administrators can create functional areas in a model to organize modules and save views in dashboards. To create a functional area, first you have to select modules in the model setting bar. Then you have to select functional areas. And you have to insert the functional area names and you have to type the names for the functional area and create the extra functional area by typing each functional area. And there is a limit of 60 characters. And you have to select on OK. Assigning the functional areas to the module. Let us see how to create and assign the functional areas. By going to the model settings bar in the modules, you have to click on functional area, click on insert. Here, I can give the, you have to give the functional area names. I'm giving as data and the system. I've created two functional area names. Okay. Now we have created the functional areas and let us see how we should assign them. Again, going back for the modules. Here for in the functional area column, we have the options. So here we can see which functional area we have created. They can pop up here. We can choose anything like something which is related for the module. This way we can assign the functional areas to the module and how we can create the functional areas. Coming to the conclusion in this topic, in this session, I have concluded the following contents like modules and how to create modules and import data into the modules by using the manual way and sum and lookup functions and I have explained the sum and lookup functions practically by using the example and functional areas. Thank you, Ravali. By this, I have completed my presentation.
Thank you, Monica. Thank you so much.
Thank you.